Did he just say what I think he just said? If I retire on the team's timeline, then everything is okay. I'm an expert in few things in life, but one of them is passive-aggressive comments, and that's unquestionably what that was. Kimberley Martin, your thoughts on what we just heard Aaron Rodgers say and what it means for his future in Green Bay?
It means that we're about to see a power struggle in the next couple years between what the organization wants and what Aaron wants. Listen, I think Aaron Rodgers should be with this franchise into his 40s. I do not think Aaron Rodgers will be with this organization into his 40s because, look, when the organization trades into the first round and a spot after the 49ers take a wide receiver, the Packers go and take a quarterback, that it doesn't matter what Matt LaFleur or the GM says going forward. Like, they showed you what they think. You don't take a quarterback that early if you don't see him as a potential next guy behind Aaron. And it's unfortunate. A lot of guys think they have a lot more time left, and Aaron certainly does. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. The relationship between Matt LaFleur and Aaron has been a hot button topic since Matt LaFleur took the job. So this bears watching for sure.
No, and listen, unlike Brett Favre, which was the circumstance 15 years ago when Rodgers came in, Rodgers hasn't talked about retirement every other day as Favre was doing. He wasn't trying to stay out of training camp as Favre was regularly doing. Tim, I see you nodding your head. I don't blame Rodgers for any of the things that he's saying or being as aggravated as he is and not necessarily trying to hide it.
Yeah, the distinction you just brought up about, the situation when Aaron was drafted and Brett was the starter is the difference. I mean, that really is the difference. And that's why, Kimberly mentioned, these two heading for a power struggle. Well, the only reason there can be a power struggle is if the quarterback is still playing really well. Like, if he wasn't playing well and he's turning the ball over a bunch, it's not a power struggle at that point. It's just a decision to move on. The power struggle comes into play when you have a quarterback that leads a team to a 13-3 record a year ago, nearly makes it to the Super Bowl. And I think there should be good enough reason that maybe if you get him some help, he's playing at a high enough level that maybe they can get there and win another championship with him as a starter. So look, I see this as a highly motivated Aaron Rodgers that could throw 60 touchdown passes over the next 2 years. And now all of a sudden the Green Bay Packers are forced to move on from a quarterback that's playing maybe as good as, maybe 5 other guys in the National Football League at that point.
And Jeff, you made a really good point in our conversation this morning about the timing and the way Green Bay chose to take the quarterback now, looking ahead at what's going to happen over the course of the next 2 years. I'd love you to share that point because I think it is very important here.
Yeah, I mean, you're telling the NFL you're shopping Aaron Rodgers right now. I mean, this conversation shouldn't even be existing. LaFleur should have handled this as, hey, I haven't seen Jordan Love on the football field yet. We're going to see what he can do. Right now, Aaron Rodgers is our guy. We're going with Aaron. We're going to go try to win the Super Bowl. This is our plan. But you have created a distraction in your locker room. At the end of the day, when we're talking about next year, the year after, how much money he is, dead money against the cap, all those different things, basically what you're saying to the league is, hey, Aaron Rodgers is going to be up. If you guys want to come after him, show us your best offer, we're going to have this conversation. We showed you our hand when we traded up to get Love in the draft. And as far as how you started the whole segment, I loved it. Passive-aggressive Aaron Rodgers. It's like Timmy answering every question. You know what I mean? You just feel it, man. I mean, you can just feel it. It's Timmy. It's Aaron. They're just, they're in sync. You absolutely got to love the way but he is responding in the way he can. He can't control any others. All he can do is go play good football. I fully expect him to do that this year.
Yeah, and look, back to the other thing. Tim, he starts a clock on Rodgers because there'll be quarterbacks to take next year that are developmental if you want to. There'll be quarterbacks the following year to take. You've basically decided with the value of a quarterback on his rookie contract, we're setting the clock on Rodgers, and that's it. If Jordan Love isn't the starting quarterback of that team in 3 years, then the pick was a disaster.
A total disaster. And I think there's a really good chance that's the case. Look, I think we all sit here and go, okay, how much more good football does Aaron Rodgers still have ahead of him? I certainly think it's minimum 2 years, but I think it's significantly more than that with the way that guys are playing. And look, Aaron, to your point, Graney, has not been handling it the way Brett did. Brett played into his 40s, but listen, basically from his early 30s, he was never in Green Bay in the offseason. He was always talking about retiring. I just thought at the time of the pick that it was way too premature. And I think now that this is playing out, it's clear that Aaron Rodgers felt that way. And so I think they have a mess on their hands, a little bit like the windows behind Jeff Saturday. How about a little Windex, Jeff? Let's clean it up.
And so, Kimberley, let's bring it back to you sort of from a repertorial perspective on this. How should we expect it to go? Hembo just put the dead money circumstances up there. This year it would have been a catastrophic hit. Next year it would still be huge. 2 years from now is when they can do it and not have it wreak total havoc with their salary cap. What should we expect to happen with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay going forward?
I think based on the contract, the way it's set up, we're looking at realistically 2 more seasons of Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. That's not what I think should happen, but the way the organization set things up, I think that's what we're about to see.
It's hard to picture it any more than that, and then we'll see. And then he'll be open to the highest bidder, and who knows? There will be teams knocking down his door. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.